Good morning. So this presentation is about the chapter entitled Completing the Accounting Cycle. So here is a brief outline of what we are going to discuss in this slide presentation. We will talk about we will review the steps of the accounting cycle, kung saan banda na tayo dun sa accounting cycle. And then, we will talk about journalizing and posting the adjustments, journalizing and posting the closing entries, preparation of the post-closing trial balance, reversing entries, that's posting and journalizing the reversing entries. Kasama na rin yung epekto at benefits of using reversing entries. So far, no, i-review lang natin kung saan na tayo banda sa accounting cycle. So, natutunan natin a few chapters ago yung transaction analysis, yung pagbabalance ng accounting equation. And then, ang sunod natin ginawa is journalizing. Tapos, after journalizing, natutunan nating mag-post sa ledger at mag-prepare ng trial balance, which later on ay natutunan natin or nalaman natin as the unadjusted trial balance. And then, after that, pinag-aralan natin yung adjusting entries at kung papaano siya ipinapasok sa worksheet at kung papaano bumuo ng worksheet, and then preparation of financial statements. So far, hanggang dito pa lang yung ating napag-usapan. So, we are now at the next step of the process, which is journalizing and posting the adjustments. So, let us recall that adjustments are entered first in the worksheet. So, yung adjusting entries na napag-aralan natin, hindi siya agad sinusulat sa journal at pinopost sa ledger. Kundi, ilalagay muna siya doon sa column 3 and 4 ng ating worksheet. Tapos, kukumpletuhin yung worksheet, gagawa ng financial statements. So, wala pa po siya sa journal at ledger. So, dahil nga sa wala pa siya sa journal at ledger, yung ating ledgers ay hindi pa adjusted. No, yung balance niya hindi pa adjusted. So, this step, yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung journalizing and posting the adjustments, will update the ledgers. So, yung adjustments, isusulat natin sa journal, and then adjusting entries are posted in the ledger. Okay. So we will use the wedding are as illustration yung nandun sa ating book, no? Sa discuss nitong journalizing and posting the adjustments. So, shown on the next slide are two of the adjusting entries as entered on the journal. So, ito 'yon. Ayan. So, ito yung dalawa sa adjusting entries ni Weddings Are Us. Ayan. So, isinulat na siya sa journal. So, itong mga entries na to, these entries will be posted in the ledgers. So, pagkalagay mo siya sa journal, ipopost mo siya sa ledger, gaya din ng pag-post mo ng ibang entries before, no? So, let us now have a look at the affected ledgers which are shown on the next slides. So, ayan. Balikan ko lang yung ating journal entry. So, yung ating journal entry is, or the journal entries involve rent expense, prepaid rent, depreciation expense, and accumulated depreciation. Though meron pang ibang adjusting entry. Tingnan mo na lang dyan sa book. No? So, assuming na itong dalawang entry na to ay na-post, eto nga yung itsura ng mga ledgers nila. Ayan. So, prepaid rent, ayan, meron siyang balance na 4,000 debit. And kung mapapansin mo, meron siyang entry with a description na adjustment. Ayan. So, accumulated depreciation, ayan, may balance na 1,000 credit, rent expense, etc. So, ayan yung itsura ng ledger niya kapag na-journalize at na-post mo na yung adjusting entries. So, lahat ng adjusting entries, ganun ang gagawin mo, no? Sulat mo sa journal, post mo sa ledger. So, ayan nga. Kagaya nung sabi ko kanina, no? All adjustments will be journalized and posted to the ledgers. So, after all adjustments are posted to the ledger, the balances of the ledgers will be equal to the balances in the adjusted trial balance columns of the worksheet. So, ganun yung magiging epekto niya. No? Kapag na-post mo na yung adjusting entries doon sa ledger, yung balances ng ledger mo ay magiging katulad nung balances dun sa adjusted trial balance column ng worksheet mo. So we are now, we will now talk about the next step, which is journalizing and posting the closing entries. So, before we proceed, kailangan nating matutunan yung two types of accounts. So one, we have what we call nominal and temporary accounts. Ano ba tong nominal at temporary accounts? So, these are accounts with balances that are not carried forward to the next accounting period. So, ibig sabihin, yung balance niya ay doon lang sa year 1. Pero, pagdating ng year 2, beginning of year 2, zero na siya. So, yan nga, zero balance by the start of the next accounting period. So, ano yung mga nominal accounts? Revenues, expenses, at saka drawing or withdrawal. So, the second type of account is the real or permanent account. So, ano naman tong real or permanent accounts? So, these are accounts with balances that are carried forward to the next accounting period. So, ibig sabihin, yung balance niya as of the end of year 1 ay liliban at magiging beginning balance as of the beginning of year 2. So, ano-ano yung mga real accounts? Assets, liabilities, at capital. Yan po ang real accounts. So, why do we need closing entries? So, i-recall natin yung periodicity concept kasi may kinalaman siya kung bakit tayo gumagawa ng closing entries. So, to recall, ang periodicity concept states that the life of a business is subdivided into meaningful division. So, yun nga, hindi natin kailangang hintaying mabankrupt yung business tapos gagawa tayo ng financial statements simula nung nagsimula yung business hanggang sa araw na nabankrupt siya. Kasi ang ginagawa natin is dinidivide natin yung buhay niya into meaningful divisions para makapag-prepare tayo ng timely at relevant financial statements. So, ano naman yung kinalaman ng periodicity concept sa closing entries? Ang ibig sabihin din nito, ang implication nito, yung performance ng accounting period ay hindi dapat kino-combine sa performance ng another accounting period. Okay? So, in short, alin ba yung sumusukat sa performance? Yung profit. Ano ba yung ginagamit para makompute yung profit? Revenues at expense. No? So, isa yan sa justification ng closing entries. Yung revenues at expense ng year 1, hindi mo dapat ihahalo sa revenues at expense ng year 2. Okay, so what are the steps in making the closing entry? So we have here the first step. Close the revenue accounts to income summary. So dito sa ating example sa book, yung Weddings Are Us, meron tayong dalawang revenue accounts, namely consulting revenue at referral revenue. So the balances of these accounts are shown on the next slide. So tingnan natin nga yung ledger ng consulting revenue tsaka referral revenue. So ayan, may encircle na yung kanyang balance. So as you can observe, yung balance ng revenue ay credit. Okay? So, ang purpose ng closing entry ay gawing zero yung revenue account. Kasi nga, dapat hindi ito mapasama, yung balances na to, hindi mapasama sa year 2. Hindi lumiban ng year 2. So, dapat, sa simula ng year 2, zero ang balance ng ledgers ng consulting revenue at referral revenue. So, paano mo yun gagawin? Dahil credit yung balances nilang dalawa, to make their balances zero, we have to debit them. So, let's have the closing entries. You will debit the two revenue accounts. So, debit consulting revenue and credit referral revenue. Debit consulting revenue and debit referral revenues. And then, ito total mo lang yan, yung dalawang debit, yun yung credit mo sa income summary account. So, na-encounter natin ngayon yung bagong account name, yung income summary. Ano ba yung income summary? The income summary account is a temporary account used to summarize the effects of revenues and expenses. Temporary account din po ito, ginagamit lang siya sa closing entries. Dito ipinapasok yung laman ng revenues at expense pag kino-close sila. So, yung pong amount na i-credit mo sa income summary account ay balancing figure lang or plug figure. Meaning, dito sa pagko-close ng revenue account, yung total ng debit mo, yun yung i-credit mo sa income summary account. So, yun yung tinatawag nating balancing figure. Kaya mo nalaman yung amount ng credit na 71,700 kasi tinotal mo yung debit. Okay? The next closing entry. Close the expense account to income summary. Okay, so sa ating book, meron tayong 8 expense accounts. So, dalawa lang yung ipapakita kong ledger, no? The balances of 2 of these expense accounts are shown in the next slide. So, ayan, yung salaries expense at interest expense. So, mapapansin mo, the expenses have debit balances. Kailangan natin silang gawing zero. So, para maging zero sila, i-credit natin sila. So, to make their balances zero, we have to credit them. Thus, the second closing entry. So, maya natin pag-usapan yung debit sa income summary. Yung lahat ng expense na nandun sa iyong adjusted trial balance ay i-credit mo. Ayan. At pag na-credit mo na silang lahat, ito total mo yung credit, saka mo lang malalaman kung magkano yung ide-debit mo sa income summary. So again, isa siyang balancing figure. Yung 36,700 ay isa lamang balancing figure. Tinotal mo yung credit, kaya mo nalaman yung debit sa income summary. Okay, so bago tayo mag-proceed, let us examine ano yung naging epekto ng ating dalawang naunang closing entries. After the two closing entries, all the revenue and expense accounts will have zero balances, while income summaries balance is shown below. So, di ba, yung revenues at expense, zinero na natin sila doon sa naunang dalawang entry. Ang tingnan natin yung laman ng income summary account. Ito siya. So, meron siyang dalawang entry. Yung 71,700, yan po yung closing entry natin ng revenue. Yung 36,700, yung closing entry natin ng expense. So, if you notice, meron siyang balance na 35,000 credit. Ano tong 35,000 credit na to? Ito po yung profit. At yung balance ng income summary account mo must equal the profit in the worksheet and the financial statements. Dapat pare-pareho yon. Uulitin ko. Yung balance ng income summary mo after ng closing entry ay dapat equal doon sa profit na nasa worksheet at profit na nasa income statement. So, ayan. Yung 35,000. So, kung mapapansin mo itong ating income summary account ay mayroong credit balance. Anong ibig sabihin pag may credit balance ang income summary? When the income summary has a credit balance, it means profit. So, yung opposite, when the income summary has a debit balance, it means loss or lugi. So, the next step is we will close the income summary account, yung balance niya, to the capital account. Or in other words, ita-transfer mo siya sa capital account. So, ano yung ating closing entry? Pero balikan ng ulit natin yung previous slide. Yung income summary account mo dito ay may credit balance. Iko-close mo siya. So, anong gagawin mo? I'll give you a few seconds to think. Para i-close yung income summary account, ide-debit mo siya or i-credit? Okay, the correct answer, ide-debit mo siya. So, let us now close the balance of the income summary account. So, debit income summary, 35,000 at ita-transfer mo siya sa capital. So, i-credit mo siya, credit, Besario Capital, 35,000. So, after this entry, the income summary account will have a balance of 0. So, tatlo na yung account na 0 ang balance, yung revenue, yung expense, at yung income summary account. Next step, step 4, close the withdrawal account to the capital account. So, eto yung ledger ng ating withdrawal account. If you notice, yung kanyang balance ay debit. Diba? So, to close the balance, we must credit it with a corresponding debit to capital. Thus, the closing entry, ide-debit mo Besario Capital, 14,000 at i-credit mo si Besario Withdrawals ng 14,000. So, in effect, tinransfer mo yung balance ng Besario Withdrawal sa capital. Or you can also say, ibinawas mo siya sa capital kasi dinebit mo yung capital. So, after the 4 closing entries, bakit 4? Ano-ano nga yun? Revenues, expense, yung income summary at saka yung withdrawal. Diba? Kinlose na natin silang lahat, kaya 4 yung closing entries. The capital account will have a balance of 271,000 pesos as shown below. Pasensya na kayo, nagkamali lang dyan. Nakalagay dyan is Besario Withdrawal, but it's actually Besario Capital. So, forgive me for that small mistake. So, ayan yung ating capital account. So, mapansin mo, meron siyang balance na 271,000, which is at the credit side. In effect, the closing entries will bring the capital balance shown in the ledger equal to Besario Capital as of May 31 computed in the statement of changes in owner's equity. Dapat ganun ang maging epekto, ha? Kung magkano yung balance ng capital account mo as shown here, 271,000, dapat agree yan sa balance nung Besario Capital as of the end of the period na kinumpute mo sa statement of changes in owner's equity. So, ayan, ito yung financial statement na pinrepare mo. So, dapat, yung bottom amount niya na 271,000 agree dun sa balance ng capital account after the closing entries. So, this ends the first part of my discussion about closing entries. Please proceed to the second part for the next topics. Thank you.